In Northampton, on the 19th of December 1217, Alexander, bereft of allies, paid homage to the child king Henry III. His ambition of ruling the northern territories of England was over. Deflated, Alexander returned to Scotland. His ambitions shattered, his morale was at an all-time low. He came here to Arbroath Abbey to pay respects to his father William, who had also failed to regain the northern territories. If Alexander had learned anything from the war in England, it was that the northern barons had felt English, not Scottish. They had chosen Henry as their king, not Alexander. The English barons knew instinctively who their king was, but could the same be said for the Scottish nobles? The Scottish nobles were split between two powerful factions. In the south were the descendants of Norman families invited to settle in southern Scotland by the early Canmore kings. Helping to build many of the great border abbeys and cathedrals, they changed the face of Scotland, transforming it into a more European-looking kingdom. In the north were the territories of the powerful Gaelic earls whose ancestors had forged the Kingdom of Scots. But these were the very Gaelic lords that Alexander's family had rejected in favour of a Norman future. The old Gaelic elite became sidelined. Once upon a time, they'd helped run the kingdom. Now they were called things like divider of the king's meat, while the French-speaking brat pack of Norman lords received titles like Chancellor and Constable of Scotland. One chronicler of the time wrote, "The modern kings of Scotland count themselves as Frenchmen in race, manners, language and culture. They keep only Frenchmen in their household and following and have reduced the Scots to utter servitude." Some Gaelic nobles adopted the Norman ways, but others returned to their own lands, beyond the reach of the King of Scots. The semi-independent Gaelic lands of Galloway, Argyll, Ross, Sutherland and Caithness, sometimes subject to the King of Scots, sometimes not. And beyond them, Alexander's rule petered out completely. The Hebrides and the Northern Isles, all lands claimed by another aspiring and aggressive kingdom. Norway. It was messy, too messy for Alexander's liking.